Well, how you doing there? It's been a few months since we've had a time to catch up, and that's how life is, you know. 1 second you feel like you got all the time in the world, and 15 seconds later you got no time for anybody, okay? It's just how life goes sometimes. So, what have you been up to? I'm dying to hear about it. Okay. Well, that sounds exciting. And congratulations, absolutely. That's great. Well, I wanted to extend another invitation to you. Now, you can take your time and figure out if it's going to fit into your schedule and all that. I understand if it doesn't. What I'm trying to say is, we've got a friend who is living in a real nice neighborhood. It's, one of the ones by the golf course, okay? And it's a house overlooking the 16th hole, okay? Big bucks, I'm going to tell you. I don't even know how much they spent on it. But I'll tell you what, I'd like to live there. They have got a great big swimming pool in the backyard. And when I first got a look at that backyard, I turned to the guys and I said, I've got my hot dog in my hand and my hamburger and a Diet Coke. A mid-sip Diet Coke. And a thought occurred to me, and I looked at the guys. I said, how long do you think this yard takes to mow? Well, we thought about it a second. Well, if you're using a push mower, 3 hours minimum, okay? If you're using a zero turn or a riding mower, maybe an hour, 25 minutes, okay? And the second thing I was wondering was, I wonder if they do it themselves or not. When you're living like that, you can hire a landscaping company. And I don't remember if I mentioned this to you or not. But this summer, spring and summertime, it's coming on here. I've got a sweat working up. We got to start turning those ACs on in my house. Sometimes we wait till May, and sometimes we kick them on in mid-April. So this year it's looking like a mid-April kind of year. Okay. If I haven't already said it, I would love to mow your grass free of charge this year. Okay, and any and all years to come after. To be honest with you, sitting on that zero turn, well, it's kind of therapeutic for me, okay? And I know you've got things too that you do, and to anyone else, they go, why are they doing that? That looks like a chore. But, only you know what you like to do that others view as a chore. And that's my thing. That's the mowing. Okay? I put in my AirPods from late Christmas gift from my sister-in-law. She got me some of those Apple AirPods. Okay? I don't know what model they are. They're these little white earbuds you stick in. They got no wires. Okay? And I'm sure you know all about the technological stuff. I don't know much about all that stuff, but all I know is that I'll have my phone, and I put in those pods, and I can put on some meatloaf. I'm not talking about the dish, I'm talking about the singer, okay? And I was listening to some Jump by Van Halen, okay? I think it was a remastered version. Okay, they have a remastered version on Spotify. It's phenomenal. Please, if you're going to do anything, when you get inside, stick on Jump by Van Halen, okay? It is, well, the remastered version is just, it's so great. And when I'm doing some mowing, I'll put those ear pods in, and I've got Van Halen going on, and I almost feel like I am a NASCAR driver. Okay, but listen, I am going on and on. So think about that invitation, okay? Sorry, the date for that upcoming part. It's going to be this summer. I'm not exactly sure on the date. I'll have to ask Frank. Okay, Frank's going to. You know Frank. Okay, you do. Yeah, great guy. Okay. I think he also has a pair of AirPods that he got recently. I was talking to him about these things. How is the sound going from this phone to this earphone? I'll tell you what. The world is fascinating. Now, sometimes things get a little stressful out there, but if there's one thing that I try to remind myself of, and make the rainy days a bit sunnier, is that technology and, well, modern advancement is pretty impressive. Okay. I can listen, like I said, those ear pods and, well, toilet paper. If we didn't have toilet paper, what would we do? I don't know. Okay. If we didn't have printers, you don't even have to plug into the printer. It's wireless. If we didn't have cars, these are the things I think about. And I urge you to as well. It's some great stuff going on out there. You really got to look for the silver lining in the rain cloud on a rainy day, so to speak. So what have we said? So that's the invitation to the party. Okay. I'm gonna be mowing your lawn this summer. Okay. And that's not up for debate. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I need to be listening to my Van Halen while I am mowing your grass. Okay. And you're welcome to, help, and you can take a seat on that zero turn if you'd like. Just please do not crash it. Okay. And no drinking and driving. No beers. Okay. Diet Cokes only permitted in the cup holder of that zero turn. All right. And that's another thing I love doing is I'll drink a diet soda while I'm doing that too, and makes me feel like $1 million. Okay. Sometimes it's the simple things that are just the best things ever. So, I've seen your new car a few times. Wait, what kind is it? It's not familiar to me. Oh, nice. Do you mind if I ask, did you buy that new or used, and what's the model and year? Sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know that place. I feel like I drove past that place last Saturday. Me and the wife, we had a night, to ourselves. We don't get those too often nowadays. And we went to Chili's, okay? Gonna go to Applebee's, but there was a huge line. They were saying something like, we'll call your phone after 50 minutes. And, I'm a bigger guy. I get hungry real quick. And it's always too late by the time we get in the door there. And I'm starving. I love me some hamburgers and fries and diet soda. Kind of funny the way that works out. I'm sitting there eating a big with ketchup slopped all over it burger and these huge meaty fries, steak fries, okay? My favorite kind. If you haven't tried them, you got it. Okay. Funny how that works out. Diet soda, but a bunch of food, okay? I think, honestly, it's something about that sugar in that soda, okay? Now, when I try to drink a Coca-Cola with that, it just, something about all that sweetness. I can't put my finger on it, okay? Yeah, but that it is what it is, I guess. It's just one of those things, okay? So you got to take me for a ride in that car one of these days. Okay, we're going to put the windows down if that's okay. And you said it. It's a newer car. So just like those AirPods, that phone, your phone or mine, should be able to connect to that system, those speakers in the car. Okay, and Van Halen. Okay. Greatest hits, but just the Roth stuff, okay? Okay? Don't even get me started on Hagar. You know, everybody has their own opinions. And listen, the Roth stuff just makes the blood pump faster. And it makes the zero turn quicker, okay? And you might as well jump while you're running with the devil, because I ain't talking about love, okay? And that's all I got to say about it. But we got to cruise up and down the neighborhoods. Now listen, don't tell my wife I said this, but you know how the homeowners association is, they're sticklers about the driving over 25 in this neighborhood, okay? But I'm seeing that thing that you bought, that car. We got to take that on the highway. Okay, and you know, some of those spots out there are like 65 or 75 miles an hour, and we gotta just gun it. Okay, now nothing unsafe. We gotta have the seat belts, listen to the Van Halen. Okay, and I can drive if you want, and I do consider myself right under a NASCAR driver. Okay. And I joke about it, but you're safe with me in the car, okay? Especially if the sunroof is back and the good tunes are playing. I'm telling you something, I am just so focused on those roads, and I would never do anything to jeopardize the safety of myself or any of the passengers inside the car, okay? But we gotta take a ride on that. In that thing, okay? Please. How about this? How about I will mow your lawn all summer as long as we can take a sweet ride in that thing, okay? That's the deal, and you can think about it if you'd like. Just as you'll think about whether you'd like to come to the party this summer, okay? And I'm telling you something, this big swimming pool, like I said, they always do hamburgers and hot dogs. The kids from the neighborhoods there and all the, a bunch of friends. And they'll do hot dogs, hamburgers, they'll do diet sodas, they got some beers, and, the swimming pool. Back porch is its own house, and I'm saying that it's an understatement, but it's insane. Okay, you got to see this place. You gotta come. It's gonna be great. Okay, and they got these big Bluetooth speakers. Okay, it's one of those ones that is huge. Okay, the size of a linebacker. And you put that, on the back porch, and you can feel it through, the tile on the floor, depending on what you pick. Maybe there'll be some 80s, maybe some grunge, some 90s. While I'm thinking about it, another great song that I think is highly underrated, okay, is a song by a band called Sponge. Now that song is called Plowed, okay? And that's just an underrated grunge song and one of my favorites from that era, okay? That's the next one you gotta listen after the new remastered Van Halen stuff. Jump into some Sponge, okay? But you will not regret it, okay? But anyway, while we're talking about this party, they bring the dogs, all these good dogs, golden retrievers. Last year it coincided with the, I don't know if it's 3 times weekly or I don't know the schedule. I'm not in the loop. There's an ice cream truck that goes around the cul-de-sac, and I ran out there and bought a bunch of SpongeBob. What do they call? Lollipops. Excuse me. It was what is that? A popsicle. It's yellow, and it's got the gumball eyes for SpongeBob. And I don't think they had Patrick. And man, that stuff's expensive. But I'll tell you what. It is not about the price so much as it is about the experience. Okay. It's gonna be great. It's one day and one day only, but I'm trying to, I'm telling them, I'm saying, listen, if me and the guys, we all throw some money in a little bit of, throw our money in a container, toss it around, who gave what? I don't know, but we got all this money in a box. We throw another one of these crazy parties again. Okay, I live for these. Okay, I love them so much. It is only second to my zero turn mower riding. Okay, so you got to consider it. Okay, but anyway, how has work been? I know you got that new gig. Okay, great. Absolutely. And the thing you got to think about is every job's going to be a little different, no matter if it's the same exact job as the one before in a different place. There's going to be challenges. Okay, there's going to be great things and things you wish were a different way, and you just got to stick with it and hang in there and just realize that things are going to level out eventually. Okay, you'll be totally in the know about all this stuff. And that's just how it is. Any new job is a little tough at first, okay? You know that as well as I do. Absolutely, okay? Well, I've been very fortunate, okay, to have the job that I do. And for the time that I've been there, and, well, I thank my lucky stars each and every day. Okay? I'm thinking about, doing mowing lawns on my off time because I love it so much. And so that's it. But just stick with this job, okay? And again, every job has its perks and its strengths and weaknesses, okay? Sometimes we start it and it's something new, and we tend to focus on those weaknesses and say, oh, I don't like that. I don't like this and that and that and this. Try to go in one day, okay, tomorrow, and say, look for the things you do like, okay? And I love that. Oh man, I love the fact that the sodas are cheap. And I love the fact that I get to, see these people and that. And this lady was really nice to me the first day, and now she's my go-to. Everything works out in the end, and that's the important thing to think about, I suppose. Okay. And I am always here for you. Okay. And we got to start talking more regularly. It's a sin that we are so sparingly meeting up like this, and you're coming to the party, okay? You don't even have a choice. All right. If you're going to get fired from your job, I'll go in. I'll talk to the manager. Okay. Because you got to see this place. It is next level. Okay. So think about those few things, but you're coming. Okay. It's not a choice. And listen, I'm gonna call you up soon, or I'll catch you outside. It's getting nicer out. Okay. I'll be hosing the plants. I'll be mowing the yard. I'll be doing all that stuff. Okay. Never hesitate to come over and see what's going on. Okay. Especially if the garage is open. Okay. Check out the garage. All right. I just put up some new some signs and stuff, and I made it look kind of like my old man's garage. And if I do say so, it's pretty cool. But that's up to your interpretation. But I got to get inside, okay? Wife's wondering where I'm at, okay? She is always wondering what's going on, but love her so much, all right? So, listen, it was great to see you today, and I will see you very soon. So, think about what I said, and I'll see you real soon. It's been a pleasure today catching up. Don't forget to listen to Sponge and Van Halen.